Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. Unang-una, I would just like to make a very short observation. Nakikita ng ating mamamayan ang paghihiring na ginagawa ng Senado at ng House of Representatives. At nakikita rin nila, base sa kanilang konklusyon, na maraming anomalya, maraming graft and corruption na nangyayari sa PhilHealth, involving not only millions of pesos, but billions of pesos. Kaya kahit sa social media, pati na yung mga nakakausap ko, ang sabi nila, kung PD, kung ganyan lamang ang nangyayari sa PhilHealth, hindi na kami magbabayad ng aming contribution anyway under the law, whether we pay or not, entitled kami sa PhilHealth benefits. Ang sabi ko sa kanila, lalong lalala ang problema natin sa PhilHealth kung hindi kayo magbabayad. At asahan nyo naman sa aming mga investigasyon, pati na sa ahensya ng executive, we are doing our very best na kung sino ang nagkasala, kinakailangang parusahan. At nakita na naman natin, last night, lumabas ang balita na marami ng opisyales ng PhilHealth had been the subject of preventive suspension of the Ombudsman. Ang sinasabi nga lang natin, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Ito pa ang pinakamahinang aksyon ng ating pamahalaan. And based on that opening statement, ang lagi natin pinag-uusapan ay yung pandemya, the COVID case. Sa PhilHealth Circular 2020-007, nakalagay rito, subject, guidelines on the provision of special privileges to those affected by fortuitous event. Sa third paragraph ng first page, that pursuant to PhilHealth Board Resolution number 2496, series of 2020, the corporation hereby issues the following guidelines that shall be applied to those affected by fortuitous event. Malinaw na malinaw sa circular number 2220-007 na itong ating IRM ay applicable lamang doon sa mga asuntong o kaso na involving fortuitous event coronavirus. At mismong sa sinabit niyong dokumento, minutes of the PHIC board meeting, regular, dated March 31, 2020, sa last paragraph ng page number 8, last paragraph, board action, with BM Mercado moving for the approval and BM Padua and ASEC Diwani seconding the motion, the board approved the nationwide release of 27 billion, 22 million as part of the IRM fund to healthcare institutions affected by COVID-19. Pati na sa inyong mga bulletin, pati na sa inyong press releases, sinasabi nyo itong IRM is in order to address the COVID problem. Pero sa aming nakita, dialysis centers, binigyan nyo ng IRM. Private birthing facilities, binigyan nyo ng IRM. At base sa submission nyo ngayon, pati infirmaries, binigyan nyo ng IRM. Tama ba yun, Dr. Bragas?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. At sa isang pangkaraniwang abogado, base sa mga dokumentong ito, you would be liable already for technical malversation or illegal use of public funds. Sa technical malversation, kahit kausapin nyo ang mga kaibigan nyong abogado, good faith is not a valid defense. As long as public funds were used for a purpose different for which it was originally intended, you are liable for technical malversation. So lahat ng pumirma sa cheque, lahat ng pumirma sa mga accompanying documents, they would be liable. And it would be easy to convict. Ipapakita lamang itong regulations nyo for COVID, ipapakita lamang yung mga cheque na binigay nyo sa dialysis center, pati na roon sa mga private birthing facilities, pati na roon sa mga ospital na hindi nagtitreat ng COVID, you would already be liable based on the documents. And you will be subjected to so many cases. Ngayon, ang pinoproblema lang natin, binanggit na ng ating chairman, policy making. Policy nyo ba rin sa IRM na yung may mga pending cases, binigyan nyo pa rin ng IRM? Totoo ba yun o hindi? Dr. Bragas, kahit na may pending cases sa PhilHealth, binigyan nyo rin ng IRM.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, hindi nyo ba ginawang policy that in order to protect public funds, yan namang may mga kasong sa atin, wag na muna natin bigyan ng IRM?
The agreement then, sir, was even those with cases without prejudice to the actions that the corporation will do after.
Okay, in writing ba yan? In writing? May papakita kayong dokumento in writing na kayo ay nagkasundo na yung may pending cases pwedeng bigyan ng IRM.
In our EXICOM meeting, sir.
O EXICOM na naman kayo, dali nyo dokumento. Next question. We reviewed all your fund releases. Sa Region 6 ba, may binigyan kayo ng IRM?
Meron po, Mr. Chair.
You are testifying under oath.
Yes, sir. Western
O
Visayas.
ilan ang binigyan yung public and private hospital sa Region 6?
Isa po, Western Visayas Medical Center. Western Visayas Medical Center. Isa po.
Ilan ang public at private hospital sa Region 6?
Mr. Chair, I will just check the record.
Oh, hindi niyo masabi? Ang problema nga rito, limitado ang oras namin. Ako pa magsasabi sa inyo kung ilan. Sa Region 6, you have 215. 79 private, 136 ang public. Ang binigyan nyo lamang isang public hospital. Tama ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
O is that also in your policy na sa Region 6, isa lamang ang bibigyan natin?
No, Mr. Chair.
Ha?
No, Mr. Chair.
Ano ang inyong explanation? Hindi nyo kasundo ang Regional Vice President ng Region 6. Kaya hindi nyo binigyan. Pati mga kapwa, pati kapwa naming congressman, nagko-complain na bakit sa Region 6, isang ospital lamang.
West Attorney Labet, because he's the one who actually checked on those applications.
Kaya nga, policy nga natin to eh.
Mr. Chair, because ang atin pong polisiya, accordingly doon sa...
Okay, you explain in writing, under oath, kung bakit sa Region 6 isa binigyan. Next question. How long have you been connected sa PhilHealth? Dr. Bragas.
1999, Mr. Chair.
Oh, so veterano ka na rito?
Mr. Chair.
Yes. And you are the head of the policy making? As of now?
As of now, Mr.
Okay. Sa case rate, you have the implementing rules and regulations.
We have the
You
circular.
have. Meron o wala?
We have the circular, sir.
O the circular. Sa inyo bang circular, merong nakalagay na kung ang gasto sa isang ospital kasama ang professional fee ay mas mababa kaysa sa case rate, kinakailangan niyong bayaran ang case rate kahit na mababa ang gasto sa ospital?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, you cite that provision. You answered yes, na kahit na mababa ang hospitalization expenses sa case rate, kinakailangan bayaran nyo in each and 30.
Yes.
You cite to us the provision right now, kasi hinahanap ko, hindi ko makita. I'll go back to you after 10 minutes. I would be asking my question sa COA. Sa COA?
COA is recognized, COMSEC. Who do we have for COA?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon po.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Good afternoon po. Can you hear me, sir?
Aha, we can hear
Yes.
you, ma'am. Kong Barsaga
Okay
will be
po.
asking the
Ano
questions.
pangalan niya?
Yes, Kong. Yes, Congressman Barsaga po.
Kong,
Director Tuason.
Opo.
Yes po.
Due to limited time, I was able to go over your COA report for the last 3 years. Limitado ang oras ko, 3 cases lamang ang aking i-mention. Number 1, based on your observation, yung collection ng authorized collecting agents ng PhilHealth do not tally because there are certain documents katulad ng tinatawag na PhilHealth accredited receipts na hindi maisubmit sa inyo. Totoo po ba na yon ay isa sa inyong findings?
Totoo po yun, sir, but I can speak only of the 2018 annual audit report because I have no personal knowledge on the 2016 and 2017 because at that time po, I was still with the COA Regional Office Number 4A, Calabarzon. I was then the Regional Director and I am not yet assigned with the Corporate Audit Office.
Okay.
Specifically
So,
on plastic.
insofar as 2018 is concerned, totoo
Yes
yun.
po.
Okay.
Meron po. There is.
Meron.
Yes
So,
po.
I would just request you, kung sa mga prior years, meron din ganoong observation.
Yung prior years po, sir, I
Hindi,
cannot
pakitanong
comment.
na lamang, next hearing.
Yes po.
Okay, that would be number 1. Number 2,
Okay po.
ang lagi kong nakikita, ang COA observation, they cannot determine kung tama o mali ang benefit claims sapagkat kalimitan nawawala ang statement of account o yung billing statement. Is that also one of the audit observations under the 2018 year-end audit?
Yes po. We
Okay.
have that observation that the billing statement and the statement of account were not present in some of the claims or reimbursement of the ACI. There is that observation po.
Noon tingnan ko yung 2016 at 2017, isa rin yan sa COA findings.
Okay po.
Third, ang isa pa sa inyong findings, case rate, ang sinasabi nyo, nagbabayad ang PhilHealth ng case rate kahit na ang billing ng mga ospital, pati na ang professional fee ng doktor ay mas mababa kaysa sa case rate. Tama po ba yon?
Yes po. Again po, in 2018 annual audit report, we had that observation also.
Sa 2018, can you
Yes po,
recall
yes.
more or less kung magkano ang overstatement sa payment ng PhilHealth?
Congressman, our audit po is based on a sampling basis only. So, it doesn't mean po that the figure we stated here are all the overpayments. Because on a sampling basis lang po kami, and I think only NCR, the National Capital Region and Rizal, have observation on that. But it doesn't mean that the regions have no observations on that. It so happened that only the NCR have submitted that observation, and it's in our report.
Tinignan ko rin yung inyong mga recommendation. Tatlo, 2016, 2017, 2018. Nakita ko yung COA recommendation na because of this case rate, PhilHealth should already change its policy na kung magkano lamang ang billing ng ospital at professional fee, if less than the case rate, yun lamang ang dapat bayaran. Natatandaan nyo ba kung yon ay isa sa inyong recommendation?
Yes po, that's one of our recommendations also. In fact po, sir, during the exit conference, when we discussed that, we told the management na kung pwede habang ini-study pa, kasi sabi po nila, it's not that easy to change the policy because that is still subject to the board approval. But ang amin po sinadya sa kanila, while studying the policy or revisiting the policy, pwede ba i-start nyo na para hindi na lumaki yung overpayment, whichever is lower na lang muna ang bayaran nyo. Yan po yung naging recommendation namin during the exit conference. Para hindi na matagdagan yung observation namin na nagkaroon ng ganong overpayment. Whichever is lower na lang muna sana while they are revisiting their policy.
But in spite of that recommendation, even for the prior year's audit, hindi ginawa ng PhilHealth, increasing the losses of PhilHealth. Tama po ba?
Obviously, sir.
Okay. Another question. I was reviewing the circular regarding the case rate. Wala akong nakitang provision sa kanilang circular. And I think COA matutulungan kami rito ng COA na nakalagay sa circular ng PhilHealth na kung sakasakali ang billing ng ospital kasama ang professional fee ay mas mababa sa case rate, kinakailangan ang bayaran ay yung case rate. Meron bang specific provision sa circular ng PhilHealth na nagsasabing kahit na mababa ang billing ng ospital at saka ng doktor, ang bayaran ay yung case rate?
Dr. Pargas?
Sige po.
Sakawa muna.
Since yun po yung policy nila, yun po ang ina-adapt nila, that despite our recommendation na kailangan yung statement of account at saka yung mga billing statements para makita yung actual, hindi naman po ganun ang nangyayari. So wala po kami, I can't recall any provision na sinasabi na ganun. So basta ang pinapalo po nila is the ACR of the all case rate. So whether tumaas or bumaba, they stick to the all case rate.
So, would it be a fair conclusion, considering that you are the guardian of public funds under the Constitution? Was PhilHealth, yung bang mga opisyales ng ating PhilHealth, sa paggastos ng pondo ng PhilHealth, ay talagang nagastos ng maayos, especially about this case rate?
Since ang amin pong opinion on the fairness of the presentation ng financial statements ay disclaimer, it doesn't mean po na hindi kami nagbigyan ng documents na magiging basis namin para i-audit, i-review, i-evaluate yung transactions to come up with that conclusion.
Okay. Ang inyong opinion,
Disclaimer po.
always disclaimer.
No po, sir. As far as I know, this is the first time that they received a disclaimer.
Okay, huwag na yung
before
disclaimer.
they do.
Medyo maguguluhan ng ating mga kababayan. I have been in the government service for the last 22 years. I was a mayor before. So, kabisado ko na ang audit procedures together with audit observations,
Yes po.
these allowances, not to mention that I am a CPA and a lawyer for a number of years practicing my profession.
Ano po?
Pero sa pag-iimbestiga namin sa House, ngayon lamang kami nakakita ng COA observation that you were not able to complete your audit sapagkat hindi nyo nakompleto sa dahilan no full access was given to you to the full documents na inyong kinakailangan. Tama po ba na yon na isa sa inyong obserbasyon?
Yes po. Yes,
Yes.
po.
Kaya sa aming mga abogado, pag hindi namin binibigay ang dokumento, ang presumption under the law, evidence willfully suppressed would be adverse if introduced. At ito ay audit observation for a number of years. So I think in the meantime, that would be my question unless I would be given a second round. Isa na lamang ang tatanungin ko.
Okay po.
Dalawa na lang issue. Thank you very much, Director.
Okay
Kay Dr.
po.
Bragas.
Welcome po.
Meron bang provision sa inyong circular na kahit na mababa ang billing ng isang ospital, ang dapat yung bayaran ay yung case rate?
Mr. Chair, coming from the definition po ng case rate, which is a fixed...
Hindi nga, simple lang ang tanong ko. Meron tayong circular ang PhilHealth providing for case rate. Ang tanong ko lamang, diyan ba sa inyong circular, meron ba diyang provision na nagsasabi at binibigyan kayo ng karapatan ang PhilHealth na kahit na mababa ang billing ng ospital, including professional fee, hindi nyo pwedeng bayaran yung actual expenses at ang dapat nyong bayaran ay yung case rate. Yes or no? If yes, what is the provision?
Mr. Chair, PhilHealth Circular 2011 for the additional implementing guidelines of case rate. Number 2, the entire case rate amount shall be paid directly to the facility concerned po.
Okay doon kahit na mababa ang billing?
Hindi po naman
Hindi
nakalagay.
nga,
But,
kaya nga yan ang sinasabi ko. Next question. Kami dito mga kinatawan, alam namin na nag-a-avail ng PhilHealth ay yung ating mga kababayan. Kung sakasakali mang sumobra ang bayad nyo, kanino ba pupunta yung excess? Sa pasyente bang mahirap o sa ospital na mayaman at sa doktor na practitioner?
Sa ospital po.
Bakit hindi nyo naman ginawa? Pag excess naman, natiin natin. If you are truly kung talagang ang plano nyo ay tulungan ng ating mga kababayan, and the way I look at it, yung sa Iloilo, yung sa Region 6, nagbabayad sila ng PhilHealth. Bakit isang ospital lamang?
Mr. Chair, siya po, yung pong isang nabigyan ng IRM sa Iloilo, siya yung na-process. Yun po namang iba ng mga nag-apply ng hospital for the IRM is still under process po.
Under process nga tayo ng under process. Yun ang problema natin. Isang question na lamang. Infirmaries. Ano ba definition ng infirmaries?
Honorable Bersaga, you still have 4 minutes.
4
minutes. 4 minutes. You still have 4 minutes. Go ahead.
4 minutes. Infirmary. Binigyan nyo rin ng IRM ang infirmary. Tama o hindi?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Nagtitreat ba sila ng COVID? Okay, kung maaari. It's up for the courts to determine. It's up for the ombudsman. Noong huling hearing, sinabi ko sa inyo na nagbigay kayo sa dialysis sa birthing facilities na private, 4.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
3. Kagabi, nang magpadala na kayo, tinanong ko roon sa inyo, bakit yung birthing facilities na private, yung binigyan nyo, pero yung maternal care package na publiko, hindi nyo binigyan. Tama ba?
Sa ngayon po, wala pang nabigyan.
Walang nabigyan. Pero kagabi, binigay sa akin ni Doktora Clemente yung listahan ng mga public berthing facilities under the MCF. Pero as of now, wala kayong nabibigyan na single centavo.
Mr. Chair, pero meron po tayong computed na IRM para sa
Oo nga,
kanila.
pero hindi niyo binibigay.
Kung sila po ay nag-apply at naproseso na.
Nako,
Opo.
baka sabihin ko sa iyo, marami akong nakausap na berthing facility owned by the LGUs that they do not know that they would be entitled to IRM. Maipuprove niyo ba yan?
Yun pong ating listahan ay ipinadala po natin sa ating mga area vice presidents para po sila ang responsable sa mga regional offices na mag-inform.
Yan ang sinasabi natin, nagtuturuan na tayo. I want a certification of all your area vice presidents kung na-inform nila ang public berthing facilities under the maternal care package. Sapagkat wala. Sinasabihan ako nung atin, kung PD pala, merong berthing facilities na IRM, bakit kami wala? So sabihin mo rin sa mga area managers,
Yes, Mr.
I
Chair.
would require them to submit that next week because we will present all these documents to the appropriate government agencies when we make our recommendation. At sa nakikita ko, we'll be recommending the filing of cases against all of you, pati na ang sabi ni Chairman Defensor, plunder if necessary.